Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Four podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com and the Big Four Accounting Firms YouTube channel. Make sure to check out our website and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, just wanted to follow up on yesterday's podcast. We decided to create a tracker of all the news related to COVID-19 and basically all the stuff that comes out from it, like hiring changes, compensation changes, whether people are getting laid off, what firms have announced layoffs in what countries. And just to provide a quick update, there's other accounting firms that are going to be doing layoffs. Prager Metis is announcing layoffs, and they're a smaller accounting firm, but they're still like in the top 50 accounting firms in the world. And they've announced layoffs and pay cuts. And another thing is PwC. Apparently PwC is still sending out full-time offers, but they're for reduced pay. And then as far as internships go, the internships are just going to be virtual sessions right now. So I'm sure they're just going to be like shipping out the laptop, or maybe you can go and collect your laptop like one at a time using social distancing, etc. As far as the PwC thing goes, this is PwC US right now. And again, this is a culture thing, as we discussed yesterday with KPMG. KPMG is firing people. For example, they just announced more firings and layoffs in Australia. So that's what I said yesterday, right, with Canada. And I thought that Canada jumped the gun of the global firm. And it appears that way. It appears the global firm told everybody that they probably need to lay people off. And so that's what they're doing, is they're just laying people off and then cutting pay for everybody. And that's like a standard corporate thing. And I don't necessarily agree with it, especially at the end of this. People aren't going to look kindly on firms that did this, right? I mean, the more people you lay off, the more ripples it has, not only in the news, but also in people's lives. Like the people you're laying off know other people, and the word's going to get around. The word's going to get around to other recruits. The word's going to get around to businesses. Those people have families and they have parents, and they're going to tell their parents, and then their parents are going to tell other people. And then people are going to think twice when they're hiring these firms, if they're laying off tons of people and putting all the burden on all of their employees. Because basically you're just shoving the thing down to the lowest employees. And again, it's a culture thing. And somebody commented yesterday on the YouTube channel, and you can comment on the YouTube channel, let me know your thoughts and questions. But this person said, if you can't make money for the firm, then you can be fired anytime. And I mean, that's like a real basic understanding of business, right? Like you could just say like, once we stop making money, you can, you're fired, you're done. Nobody's guaranteed anything. But to me, that's like real lazy. It's a real lazy thought process, and it's real lazy and easy. It's just say you want to be done with the person, right? KPMG could be doing what these other firms are doing. They could be offering sabbaticals. I mean, and that's like the easiest one, right? Is just telling people to take some time off until we figure out where our clients are going to be, till we figure out how we're going to get paid, and then just being open with people. And then if the sabbaticals don't work because your client's not paying you, then you can lay people off. But just blatantly laying people off automatically, it just shows that where your business is at. Like your business isn't that efficient that it can't, take a little downturn and then look out for their people. It just doesn't seem right to me. And everything coming out of KPMG it doesn't sound good right now. Or PwC, what they're doing is they're reducing compensation to new hires. Because the other thing you have to remember through this is that people are still going to quit the Big Four accounting firms. There's an insane amount of people that quit the Big Four accounting firms every year, tens of thousands, maybe even like 100,000. But the thing is, they always hire a ton of people. And so the easy way to deal with this, in my view, is to cut down new hires. But PwC is still not doing that. Or you can cut down their compensation. And then what PwC is also doing is they're cutting down their internships to only 2 weeks, so they don't have to pay the interns as much. But also what these Big Four accounting firms do when they do their trainings, they do them at huge resorts, huge hotels, and that's tons of expense. I think you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to like book flights. You don't have to book these huge conferences. So that's money that's going to be saved. And another area that I can see coming in the future, not only for the Big Four, but also for other companies, is just cutting down on office space. What do you need all this office space for anymore? And nobody needs all this because it can work remotely. And I mean, PwC is going to do these internships remotely. So I think that's another way the Big Four can save money and maybe save some other jobs. But also you have to remember that people are still going to quit the Big Four accounting firms. And they're going to go work for somebody else because there's companies that still need to get accounting done. They still need to get taxes done. There's people that are going to work on their supply chain. So people are going to want something more stable, especially if you work at KPMG. Hopefully, you see where the writing on the wall, and maybe you look for something more stable. And I'm not advocating for anybody to quit, but I'm just saying it's a human nature. People are going to be looking towards something else. If they see their colleagues just getting fired, it's hard to keep morale up when you see people around you getting fired. So that's what I wanted to provide today. Make sure to check out our tracker. I'll include a link in the show notes, and we'll be updating that. And we'll be putting other resources on that tracker too for people to use during this time and to plan their careers and to figure out maybe how to avoid layoffs and stuff. So just wanted to provide that update. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for listening, and good luck out there.